The richest place in the entire universe is the cemetery. People who took their potential, their genius, their insight, their gifting, their talent to the grave with them. I am from Buffalo, New York. I have lived in Orlando, Florida for almost 20 years. I moved here to marry a young girl who saw me and just had to have me. My humor. Disney sent me over to Paris to design a leadership program, and while I was there, I had this epiphany, and I said to myself, what would I do if I knew I couldn't fail? What would I do if no one paid me to do it? What makes me come alive? And when I answered those three questions, I'm like, wait a minute, I love Disney, but I think I gotta find my brilliance elsewhere. And so I decided to leave Disney, and within the last decade, we've impacted almost 1 million people around the world, from South Africa to Singapore to Dubai, teaching this whole concept of brilliance. So what happens is people show up at a place called work, and they have this potential, this insight, this genius in them, but if there is not an outlet for them to release their brilliance, they work hard enough to do a job and work hard enough to keep from getting fired. And here's the deal. When you ask people how are they doing, they give you the screensaver face, and they say, I'm okay. So here's the big idea of releasing your brilliance. A job is what you're paid to do, but release your brilliance is what you're made to do. And when you release your brilliance, you live from the inside out, and you literally come alive. And every single day, it's not about a job, you create a role. It's not about what I can get, it's about what I can give. I was doing some research, I was getting ready for a presentation, and they were interviewing Steve Jobs, and they said, Steve Jobs, how are you competing against all the other tech companies out there? And he says, they're trying to make money. I'm trying to change the world. And I think thinking big is all about changing the world, not just making a dollar. I think those organizations, and certainly individuals who think big, they just don't look at it for today. They're always looking down the road. The word Vujade actually was coined by the comedian George Carlin. Bill Taylor, founder of Fast Company magazine, talks about Vujade as a way of looking at what everybody else sees, but to understand it differently. So if deja vu is been there, done that, Vujade is going there, doing that. It's all about unleashing the inner salmon to swim upstream. That's Vujade in a nutshell. The three questions that you have to ask: why are we doing this? Is that it? What else can we do? And I believe those three questions are barrier-breaking questions that remove the obstacles.